But another cool thing is we got to see Brendan Thompson, and that guy is fast, and it was nice to see him. Tariq Milton got a nice catch. We don't use him enough. We don't. Keelan Robinson, hey, we used him in the first half. Where the hell was he in the second half?
Yeah, what happened to the swing passes out to Keelan in motion? Just like the lack of motion in the pass game in the second half is, like I said, it just gets more predictable as the game goes on, and you can't be that way. Sark may be a genius when it comes to offensive philosophy and offensive football, but when you start getting predictable in the second half, how much is that you sitting, doing your preparation for your scripted plays? Why can't you call your genius plays in the second half?
Yeah, and I don't even think your plays need to be like super complex, but if you're not gonna use motion, they have to be. But if you just use motion more, I'm fine with that. And also get your guys like Keelan Robinson, Jordan Whittington the ball. The one thing that I expected more is Jordan Whittington played running back in high school. So why the hell is he not lined up in the backfield once in a while to throw him, get him on a linebacker? Like a lot of this stuff just doesn't make sense to me. Like, I feel like that would be a very good play call to have him line up on a linebacker when he comes out of the backfield, or even taking carries once or twice a game. Use Roschon Johnson in a play. I love how Sark was asked, hey, are you going to abandon the row cat formation? And he's like, no, haven't seen that once since then, by the way. And I didn't mind it. Like, I don't mind running it a couple times a game. I hated it when they were running it 15 times in one game, the same play. That's the issue.
Yeah, just go over some stats real quick.
Yeah, yes, please.
Oh, okay.
My bad.
Like I said, Quinn Ewers 19 of 49, 319 yards, 2 touchdowns, 3 interceptions. Bijan 24 carries for 140 and a touchdown. Roschon 5 carries for 73 and a touchdown. Xavier Worthy 4 receptions, 78 yards and a touchdown. Jatavion Sanders 6 for 76 and Bijan 1 for 41 and touchdown. And what was really irks me is, when the RPO starts working, get them to bite on it. And Jordan Whittington only had 1 catch for 23 yards. Ryan Watts had the INT, and I thought Xavier Worthy did decently well. And Keelan Robinson when it came to kick returns.
Yeah, and Keelan played well when he got the ball on offense. I think he got it once or twice, but we just need to have him more involved. I mean, again, more motion, more creativity, more, I think, wide receiver running back screens. Like, I really don't, and now that has come to mind, I really don't think we've ever thrown a running back screen to Bijan Robinson. I don't even know if that's in our repertoire of plays, to be honest with you. I disagree with this. I think we win minimum 2 more games. I mean, I think we can split with Kansas State and TCU, and then I think we can split with Kansas and Baylor, if not sweep both of them. They're not very good. Especially Kansas without Jalen Daniels is eh. If they had Jalen Daniels, they would scare me. And Jacob Beam's okay, but they did not look good today. By the way, I triple dipped in that game. Took Okie, little money line, Okie, light +3, and the over. Yeah, the over probably hit. I don't even know what the over was, but it had to be pretty close to hitting at halftime.
I think it was low 60s.
Okay, yeah, I mean, it was 55 at halftime, so you got that pretty quickly in the second half. Even though both defenses did play better in the second half, I think that was mostly for, I think Oklahoma State, whatever speech they got, their front played much better in the second half. They dominated our offensive line in the second half, whereas we dominated them in the first half. So just very, very sloppy game all around. How many penalties did we end up having? 14?
14.
Yeah. So, and they had 0 again. I don't understand how that's possible, but they did.
Yeah, we had 14 for 119 yards. They had 0 for 0.
Yeah, and there was a couple there where that were obvious to me on their side, where they were every like wide receiver screen they had or throw out to like the flat, their wide receivers were holding on almost every one of those plays. But I mean, it is what it is. Like I said, it wasn't going to make a difference if we play our game. We should have won. Quinn Ewers played like absolute crap. Again, also Sarkisian, like you see your quarterback struggling, you either have to pull him in that situation or you have to make him available for easy throws to get his confidence back up. And we never really had those. Like most of them were down the field and they were not working. And at some point you have to abandon that. Like if you've thrown like 4 or 5 down the field and they're overthrown or incomplete, you gotta throw it underneath. Baylor nearly coughed it up Kansas. I don't know. I don't think either of those teams are that good. That's why I'm saying I think minimum we split with them. That puts us at 6. I think we'll split with Kansas State or TCU, so 7. But I mean, in the worst world, I could see 6 and 6, but I just don't see it. I think we're 7 and 5 or 8 and 4.
Yeah.